Hi everyone, just Damian here. It's the third or fourth time I've tried to record this tonight. It's an update for 2025. I have tried previously making a video in the past, or in the past couple of days or so. I have had some recording issues and it stopped recording throughout. I have also had some things that are different, some things that have changed, some things that haven't. I just want to start out off tonight to say that, as you're aware, I have got confusion about my gender and sexuality. I do use Grinder because there's a trans tribe on there, and I'm wanting to meet transgender women for friendship and support. Um, or cis women. Um, as you can see, I've got the dress on. I've got the girls out. And with Grinder, you can put on what your tribe is, even if you want, even if you're like looking for that tribe or whatever. And I have put on my profile to say trans, and because I am looking for trans and I'm exploring my gender and sexuality. I got an email about 19, 20 hours ago from someone that I asked if they were okay, and she basically said that could you please take trans off your profile? You're not one of those. Um, so yeah, that's upset me a bit because I am in the process of exploring my gender and sexuality. I feel more comfortable presenting femininely and being femininely. I have been trying to get my gender referral done for a couple of years now, and I have finally heard back today from the gender service. Said it could take a while, as you know, there's a long waiting list and that, so they just wanted me to sign some forms off and to send the forms off to them. And I have also included a letter. I've also included, sorry, my communication therapist report that that does help with communication and explain some of the difficulties that I have with autism and that kind of thing, just so they're aware further in advance. So do have, I do have, uh, I do have an appointment not booked, but I do have the start of the procedure booked in and sorted now. So there's that done. I've sent it special delivery today because I wanted to get all my paperwork and that done and going in 2025 with a fresh mind. I am a little bit peeved off still that the community mental health team are still wanting me to. I have made videos on here and been clear of why I can't work with them or what's going on. Everything's getting passed back on to my advocate. It's like my advocate saying I'm not respecting the mental health team's wishes or whatever, and I need to be contacting them through my advocate. But it's like, how would it work if I was in a crisis situation? Because I'm not in a crisis situation. I'm not in a crisis situation, but I'm just saying, how would it work if I was in a crisis situation? Because the problem would be, if I was in a crisis situation and that kind of thing, you need to communicate this with your advocate. And it's like, communicate to the advocate, goes through it with the mental health team. I can see the logic in what they're thinking. However, it wouldn't work out like that because in a crisis situation, you need to be dealt with straight away. And in, in uh, and In current circumstances, my advocate works out of town a lot, and it could be a good week. It could be a good week, or a week and a half or 2 weeks before I can get in touch with my advocate. So I tried explaining that to my advocate yesterday. Look, it could be a good couple of weeks. It could be a week and a half, or a good couple of weeks before I can get through to you. And she's like, for the meeting yesterday, she was like, I was off last week, and this other nurse was off that week. The mental health nurse, what they want me to meet with, they were saying that my advocate was like, I was off that week, and the mental health nurse was off that week, and I'll call her Stephanie, but it's not Stephanie. My mental health nurse is not called Stephanie. It doesn't even begin with the same letter. I was just using an example. So I I get what my advocate's coming from. The mental health team want to communicate through me, through her, but how would it work, for example, as well, if I had an appointment booked in with the mental health team and I couldn't go for any reason, then I can't get hold of my advocate. It's like I can't get hold through my advocate and that kind of thing. And it's like I'd I'd end up missing the appointment, but they'd still go. But it's just getting to my teeth a bit because the communication structure's not there, and I just want to be discharged. And I've been asking for discharge for 2 months now, and it's like we need to extend it. We need to extend it, and I'm like, I've told the mental health services or told other people it's making me ill. I had to take extra tablets at Christmas to help me sleep, and it's like you need more time to think about it, but it's making my anxiety worse, but you need more time to think about it. So there's none of the happy intermedium there, no connectivity or whatever, and I don't want to be their little puppet on a string. But yes, I have now started formal proceedings. I wasn't going to do this, but I sent some paperwork off yesterday, special delivery, to say that I'd like to start formal proceedings, and that I did want to give the mental health services some time to accept what was going on and that kind of thing, but I don't want to be working with them because I don't want to risk getting my mental health or saying or doing the wrong thing be, and getting arrested. Every time that I get arrested, I get told that I'm actively breaking the law talking about mental health because it upsets people. And then it's like the police are like, we need to come out to investigate for this, this, and this. And I don't want to take that risk anymore. There was a time in September where I was arrested. What happened was I'd ran the crisis team. They told me to ring the police. Police told me to ring the crisis team. Passed on back and forth like a ping pong ball. And it ended up with me getting arrested. They were going to put me on a checkpoint program. And then I then I got told on Friday 21/05/06 that I was getting taken to court or for it. So I generally just don't want to be in a situation anymore where I get told to follow this procedure, that procedure. Then it's like the guidelines only, the recommendations only. Then to be in a situation where I'm trying to look for support through third parties, through third party organisations, or through unconventional means, and getting a little distressed because the other situation didn't work, then getting my communication misinterpreted and then getting arrested again. I do not want to be in that situation again. So I'm trying to withdraw where I know that I can't get it wrong because I wouldn't be able to get it wrong because I've got no one to talk to and risk or sin doing the wrong thing. And my advocates have like, you need to think the pros or the cons for both. However, the cons outweigh the pros about working with the mental health team again because I can't guarantee that that the same thing's not going to keep happening. It's like every time I've been in a situation where people don't understand the autism or misinterpret it, it's like we we need to we need to call the police. We need to get you arrested, and it's like you then get told, "Oh, why don't you give it a try again? You never know. Things might be different. Things have never been different. Things have never been different. I keep trying it. You never know. Things might be different. Give it a try. You never know. Things might be different each time, but yeah, I don't want to be in that situation again. So I'm trying to withdraw from that completely. I do, however, have positive plans, positive ideas. I am wanting to work more with the doctor's surgery, because I felt like a really good, strong connection with them. I did send a letter out to the doctor's surgery yesterday. I posted it off in person, and just to say that about what I want to do, what I don't want to do, how I know things will take time. So I do have plans in process about getting things right and getting it in a way that's not detrimental to me or towards my health or towards my family's health, because I don't want to be in a situation again this where I start relying on the physical system to try to help with mental health, by which I mean in the past I have overdosed or self harmed to put me in hospital to try to get help to do. But then I get discharged from one hospital on the same day after discharge. I get the bus to another town, and then I then go to another town, get an overdose in my system, or self harm again to get me admitted again. I do not want to be going down that again. I haven't self harmed or got any plans to self harm. I last self harmed about summer last year, and I'm just trying not to let bad things happen, bad things move forward. I know what's not worked in the past. I know what I need to cut out. I know why I need to cut things out. I know the path that I want to go down. So this, as I say, it's because of this as well why I don't want to go with the mental health team, because last last year, and that was a bad time, the mental health services didn't understand my mental health needs, and they were like, got told by senior members of staff that they didn't mind if I overdosed on more than one occasion. They'd even said it to paramedics, and the paramedic lady was left and cried. And I don't want to be doing that anymore. I don't want to be doing that anymore. I have plans of what I want to do to get my life back on track, and I just need to be clear down the path that I want to go down. I know that I'm confused. I know that I'm going to make mistakes. I know that compromises have to be made. However, I'm not prepared to put my health or put my parents' health at risk again. I have already started planning changes for next next year. I've got the gender stuff, the paperwork sent off for that in advance. That could take a few year or whatever. With a bit of luck, might get seen next year, but I doubt that very much. You've got more chance of finding hen's teeth, but you never know that that might happen. I have projects booked in. I'm going to see Kylie, and then I'm going to the Formula One going to Steiner film. Theatre show, sorry, theatre show. And then it's like looking at other opportunities, look at what I can do. I want to be able to meet with the doctor regular. I want to be able to show the doctor what I can do, get the doctors to know me, bring out the personality that I want. I want to be able to work with them in a way that can get things back on track and things sorted. I'm looking at college courses and that as well. I'm looking at socialisation as well. Wanting to date. I have never dated before, and that would be a big, massive stepping stone if I can start dating and hopefully have someone new to share the channel goals with and share my dating journey on. I have plans that I'm wanting to make for next year. There's a communication therapist I don't know if I've mentioned, and she's autistic as well, and she's got some ideas. So it's about working in a way where I can be congruent, true to myself, and not feel like I'm getting pressured into being someone that I don't want to be, just to try to fit in. I know that there needs to be some extra support from my family around certain issues and extra support from me. I know that I am wanting a bit more of a more structure and more routine to my day. I know that I'm wanting goals, I'm wanting targets. However, it's about making little changes, it's about making little changes, having little plans at first, so you can have all them little changes linking together and working together, where you get a big change, is something that I'm trying to aim for. Give myself little goals, little targets that can eventually make a big goal happen and that can make a big change happen, sorry, and a big goal. But yeah, I'm just trying to get out more, enjoy myself. I do want to be Danielle more, and I do want a bit more female time. I would like to go out more with other people where I'm dressed and that kind of thing. I've mainly been out dressed and that on my own, and I would like to share that with someone as well. But generally, I'm looking. I've been to Kylie once with my mum dressed, and that was it. But I'm trying to get things back on track. I'm trying to get hobbies sorted. I'm trying to get groups sorted. All this is going to take time. However, I feel a really great path forward with the doctor, and I feel like I can be myself with the doctor. I know that there's some issues with other services that I'm trying to get out of. I know that I'm trying to follow goals and dreams, but it's about being true to myself, slowing myself down, and enjoying things. But yeah, thank you. Bye.